Safariland, founded in 1964, has grown to become the industry leader in duty gear, tactical equipment, concealment holsters, and competition holsters and accessories. This is a result of Safariland's dedicated commitment to quality, performance, and innovation in all of its lines. Whether the product is designed for the patrol officer, military, or for commercial use in personal defense or competitive shooting. If you have any questions or for additional information on any of our products, please visit www.safariland.com/dutygear or call the Safariland Customer Care Department at 800-347-1200. Safariland, innovation, not imitation. Long a bestseller for Safariland, the SLS, or Self-Locking System family of products, covers both duty and tactical needs. Operated with the thumb, the patented SLS features a unique rotating hood design, which allows users to quickly draw the weapon, yet still have the enhanced security of a pivoting top without snaps or straps to manipulate. This design helps prevent attempted weapon takeaways, while also making the weapon available at a moment's notice.
We're going to be talking about the drawing procedure for the Safariland SLS line of holsters. It's exactly the same whether using a duty holster or concealed carry or the tactical holster. Even if it has lights mounted to the gun, it's exactly the same. So for demonstration purposes, we'll be using the duty holster today.
I'm wearing the Safariland Model 6280 Level 2 Retention Duty Holster. The 6280 utilizes the Safariland self-locking system, referred to as an SLS and commonly called a hood. The hood replaces the traditional snap that you see on many duty holsters. To unlock it, we're going to use the thumb and push the SLS straight down. If I let go of it, it will automatically relock itself. To draw the gun, we're going to push the SLS down and now rotate it forward. We now have the proper shooting grip on the gun, and I simply lift it straight out of the holster to clear it. To reholster, fingers off the trigger, thumb over the back of the slide. We simply insert the gun straight down into the holster. Now bring the fingers around the front, rotate the hood up, and it automatically locks itself. The Model 6280 uses a tension screw to either increase or decrease the amount of tension on the gun. When the hood is open, the tension screw should be adjusted so that if I turn the holster and gun upside down, the gun does not fall out as this one is doing. Properly adjusted, with the Allen wrench that's provided in every holster, we're going to increase the tension on the firearm until when I turn the gun upside down, it doesn't shake out. Now we have this Model 6280 properly adjusted for duty use. Once we have properly adjusted the tension screw on the Model 6280, it's important for the operator to understand that when the hood is open, only friction is retaining the gun in the holster. When I draw the gun, if I apply any force to the outside, in other words, twist the gun slightly, the gun is intentionally going to bind in the holster. Yet, as you can see, it easily will come out. I don't need a lot of force to draw it. I simply just need to grip the gun properly and lift it straight out of the holster. Any torsion to the side, outward away from the body, is going to cause the gun to bind, which is part of the design of this particular holster. Simply lift the gun straight up and out of the holster and it will come cleanly out. Reholster, insert it straight back in, bring the hood up, and it automatically locks. The Safariland Model 6280 holster allows for a support hand draw. While there are many ways to perform a support hand draw, we always must keep security and safety in mind. I'm going to simply reach across the body, open the hood with the support hand. Now, using all the fingers of the support hand, make sure I keep them away from the trigger guard area. I'm going to simply lift the gun out of the holster. Move the gun muzzle immediately away from your body, support it on the duty belt in this particular position we're using, re-grip the gun in a proper shooting grip. Reholster it, make sure the muzzle stays away from your body, keep your fingers out of the trigger guard area, seat it back into the holster, bring the hood back up, and it will relock itself. The Model 6280 is also available for firearms with lights mounted. The operation of the holster is exactly the same. We're going to open the hood, roll it forward, lift the gun straight out of the holster. Reholster it the same as we would a standard Model 6280, bring the hood up and it automatically locks, bringing the holster into level 2. The tension screw, however, is located on the back side of the holster. We simply loosen it or tighten it to get the proper amount of friction on the firearm. Make sure that we want it adjusted so that when the gun is turned upside down, it doesn't shake out. This is the Model 6280 light-equipped holster. Okay, the Model 6280 is also available with the optional hood guard. The hood guard is designed to prevent accidental or intentional openings of the hood. Accidental openings of the hood could be caused by the steering wheel when you exit the vehicle, could be caused by the bottom edge of your body armor hitting the thumb piece on the hood, causing it to open. It also prevents someone from easily being able to chop the hood from the front. The hood guard is an option and highly recommended for the Model 6280. Also available for the Model 6280 is the optional Sentry. The Sentry device, when mounted to the holster, brings the holster security level up to a level 3. The Sentry, when it's in the lock position as it is now, prevents the hood from going down and forward. So now the first step of the draw is to open the Sentry and then operate the hood as you normally would, rotating it forward. Draw the gun as you normally would, reholster. Bring the hood up, it goes to level 2, lock the Sentry, and it goes to level 3. And you can see from a perpetrator's viewpoint, it's very difficult to see the Sentry, especially if you also include the hood guard.
To perform the proper draw for the SLS holsters, it's quite simple. All we need to do is find the index point for the SLS assembly. What you don't want to do is have your thumb too far forward or even way up on the top or your hand up on top. There's a cutout on the back of the SLS lever right back here. So that's my index point that I want to find. So as I'm practicing my draws, that's the point I want to find as the index. So as I come down, the hood's actually going to push straight down and then go forward. But in reality, what happens is I push on the angle, it pushes the hood down and forward automatically. Now what you'll notice is it positions my hand perfectly on the gun for a good shooting grip. So I can easily bring the gun out and reholster back down. To close, we simply take our fingers, rotate the hood back up, you're back in level 2. Let's do that again. So I push it down, it clears it forward, have a good grip on the gun, and it locks it back in, close the hood, level 2. What you want to watch for is the students aren't coming down and pushing down on the hood and like this. Now you've got to come back and get a grip on the gun, and it takes a tremendous amount of time. It's very simple. The hood is designed to work with no matter what size of hand that you have. You simply hit on the back, it pushes it forward, and you have a good grip. Another thing you want to watch for is that you have a good grip on the gun when you draw it. The holster design was suede to help protect the gun's finish and wick moisture away. It also adds tension to the holster if the gun is pulled out in an angle such as this. What that you have to watch for is that you have a good grip on the gun. If you just pull it up with your fingers, it's going to take and bind in the holster such as this, and it makes it difficult to get the gun out. Also, what you want to watch for is that your elbow doesn't come out and twist the gun in the holster in such a manner like this. So it's real simple. Good grip on the gun, elbow back, and the gun comes cleanly and straight out. That's the Safariland 6280 Level 2 holster. So we've added the Sentry to the Model 6280, which brings it up to a level 3. So what that does, it changes our index point. So to help learn how to do that, so I bring my hand up. I like to use the side of my hand to help index on the side of the gun so it becomes consistent. Then my thumb is going to land right on the Sentry itself. All we need to do is push the lever back about 1/4 of an inch, and then the draw becomes exactly the same with the 6280. Push it down, complete the draw. When we go to reholster, as we bring the hood back up, then we just simply close the Sentry with our thumb. Then it locks it back into level 3. So what we recommend is work on indexing and finding that. So we continue on, do some draws, just keep coming up, finding that point so it becomes very consistent. So then I work on releasing the lever, okay? Close it back up, release, close back up, release, close back up, all right? Then start working on the draw, and then continue to close it back up, okay? Our recommendation is, if you have the Sentry included and installed in your holster, that you always have it engaged. You don't want to think that, well, today I don't need it, so I'm not going to apply it. Once you have it installed, always continue to practice that it's engaged, keep it engaged, and do the same draw each time. This is the Safariland SLS 6280 holster with Sentry in level 3. When you add the Sentry to the SLS holster, it adds about 2 or 3/10 of a second to the draw, but still retains all that extra security that you've added. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to do some draws with just the 6280 without the Sentry, then we'll come back and show it with the Sentry and show you what the time difference is. .26, 1.19, and that was a 1.23. That was the 6280 holster. We're shooting on about a 15-yard target here. So now let's add the Sentry and see what the time difference is when we go to that. We've added the Sentry to the 6280, which is now a level 3. Let's see what the time difference is. That was a 1.53. 1.47. So that was a 1.46. As you can see, it only adds a couple tenths of a second to the draw, and you've got the Sentry in a level 3 holster.
This is the Safariland Model 6287 SLS High Ride holster. All Safariland SLS holsters utilize our universal belt loop 3-hole pattern. This allows the holster body to be mounted in any application, whether it's duty, concealable, or tactical use. This is the Safariland Model 6287 high-rise SLS holster.
I'm wearing the Safariland Model 6285 holster. It differs from the Model 6280 in that the extended belt loop lowers the holster 1.5 inches. Many officers of larger size, such as myself, those with longer arms, many female officers, and those wearing external body armor find this to be a much more comfortable and natural draw.
Safariland has a complete line of tactical holsters. The one I'm wearing now is the standard 6004 holster that's been out for many, many years. It's been the platform to build on to many products. Some of the features that we have 2 leg straps on here that it can adjust. There's silicone on the inside of the strap to help keep it from sliding on the leg. We have a special injection molded leg shroud to give it a tremendous amount of strength and flexibility for your particular leg. It has mounting platforms on both sides for accessories, a vertical strap that you can adjust the height up and down, and of course the holster to help protect the gun, protect the sights, protect the gun itself so it continues to function no matter what type of abuse it takes, adjustable tension device, and this is the SLS rotating hood. So as I push the hood down, it rotates forward out of the way. I can obtain a good shooting grip on the gun, reholster, and close it back up. So the draw becomes very natural in one motion. So I push down, get the grip on the gun, and it reholsters. So that's the 6004. The 6005 version is exactly the same features, same holster mechanism, but the main difference is it has a removable buckle. So you can leave the top strap attached to your belt and make it quickly and easily to remove the holster from your leg. The Safariland tactical holsters are lined with suede. The reason for that is to help protect the finish of the gun and wick moisture away. It also really helps with the retention of the holster. To properly adjust the tension device, we use this screw on the outside. The first thing you want to do is set the gun inside and simply turn it over. Give it a little shake. If it falls out like that, it's too loose. So now all you need to do is reinsert your unloaded gun, take the tension device, I'm going to give it one turn it over and shake it. See how the gun doesn't fall out? That's the proper adjustment for this holster. That simulates simply just taking off and running. What you don't want to have happen is when the hood's open, if you're running, have the gun fall out. So that will help prevent that. Then simply close the hood, and then this holster is ready to go. The holsters with the lights have 2 different screws. There's one on the back, so you can adjust it the same way. And what this does is it puts pressure on the light itself. The light holsters also have a cover on the bottom to help protect the bezel, and also in case the light accidentally gets turned on, it doesn't shine light out the bottom of the holster itself. The other feature with most of the 6004 and 6005 holsters designed with the light is that it will work without it. I can put the gun back in the holster and make the same adjustments. I can do the adjustment back here with this tension device, and I also have another screw up here I can do for adjustment also if needed. Close the hood and this holster is ready to go without the light. Now let's look at some of the accessories. We have our standard pouches that come with the regular belt slots, but you can also acquire them with the screws mounted on the back. And that's designed to screw right in the leg shroud in these holes I mentioned earlier. Or you can also use the ELS system, the QLS system, and mount up your rig so it has all the quick detachable type accessories as well. We also have different ways to mount your leg shrouds to your belt. Through a standard belt type system with adjustable holes in here so you can adjust the height. Or you can also even mount a paddle on it to make it very easy to slide it right on your pants, or whether you have a belt or not. Single strap leg strap assembly as well, so you can ride up a little higher up on your leg. And then we also offer all the tactical holsters and accessories in 2 shades of brown and 2 shades of green. Whenever you convert to any new holster, one of the many drills we recommend is what we call a 3-second drill. I'm going to set the timer on 3 seconds, and I'll do 1 shot in 3 seconds. Just start off nice and slow and smooth, then go 2 shots, 3 shots, and work my way up to 6 shots in 3 seconds. So let's see how it looks. So that's our 3-second drill. Take it out to the range and give it a try.
If you have any questions or for additional information on any of our products, please visit www.safariland.com/dutygear or call the Safariland Customer Care Department at 800-347-1200. Safariland, innovation, not imitation.